not instinctively, assume that the grievances of a K-pop fandom intersect meaningfully with broader cultural discussions, cultural pain points that concern masculinity, identity, racial politics, generational psychology, and yet my conviction is that they do. For one thing, it does not escape me, and it should not escape you, that the original demographic, nucleus of the BTS fandom was and remains to be predominantly female. Industry reports consistently estimate that at least between 70 and 80% of the attending audience do identify as female, particularly concentrated amongst adolescents and young adults. And this matters. It is important for me, you guys, urgently to address this, because the aesthetic and emotional register of BTS helped to crystallize a specific model of masculine desirability, one that is extraordinarily difficult for the modern man to reproduce. The idol archetype represented a man and a masculine entity that was simultaneously emotionally transparent, aesthetically delicate, romantically attentive, sexually confident, artistically expressive, and of course, globally triumphant. This, you guys, is a composite figure whose psychological and aesthetic qualities rarely coexist so effortlessly, so harmoniously in lived reality, in real experience. You don't see these types of, you don't see these ideals in modern life unless you are like perpetually living a K-drama. Like, it just doesn't happen. And there's a reason that it is engineered this way. What emerges from this fusion is not just a performer, but also a symbolic masculine ideal that again, the attending generation absorbs. One that operates as less a realistic model and more so an image, a curation, a composite identity assembled from the longings of the audience. The difficulty, of course, is that this projection contains internal contradictions. How emotionally sensitive do you want him to be? How boyishly fragile, yet in the same vein, sexually dominant do you want him to be? For ordinary men attempting desperately to interpret these signals, the idol becomes increasingly diffused, psychologically unstable, aesthetically contradictory, and obviously practically unattainable. So why am I talking about all of this? Why does this matter? Well, you guys, I don't know about you, but for me personally, when I see an attending generation becoming either more reinforced in their idealization of a certain ideal or alternatively withdrawn from it, I know something is happening. The